Open Topics with Armando. Us, what's up, bro? I'm just here, elated because I got my results. And also, I'm just doing a late night stream. So this is how I do it. Yo, shout out to all my Instagram people. Shout out to Bebo Tavares, my wife, Somos Calle 30, y la leyenda, Melicumbe. Anybody that wants to come up, there's the link. This is for anybody who's on Twitch, YouTube, and Instagram. So I actually put the link in the chat description. So you're welcome to come up. Nah, that'll be tomorrow. But I was like, tonight, I was like, okay, I was going to do an impromptu stream. And since I got like maybe more time on my hands and whatnot, I just actually wanted to do it tonight. Because I guess tonight, that's where you could actually get like most of the people who are, night owls and whatnot. So that's what I'm doing. All right, Pete.
Us.
How you doing? I was actually talking to one of my cousins out there up in the Dominican Republic.
That's what's up.
Yeah, man.
Before anything, I want to, like always, bless the listeners, bless the people that comment, bless the people that pop up, show out, the people that are supporting the stream in Discord, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram. Shout out and blessings to all of y'all from the highest level to the lowest level. We're all part of a body. If one cog stops working, all the other cogs stop working. And on another note, you said something about test results. Is that something you're trying to keep private, or is that something you're trying to celebrate?
Well, I'm celebrating right now because ever since I became a content creator, a lot of people have been trying to doubt my ancestry or whatnot, right? So I just got the results today, and it's something that I've been knowing all along. I'm connected to the land of the Dominican Republic, and nobody could say nothing. Yeah.
He said, I got the official transcripts now. I'm officially Dominican, you heard? You knew that, but now it's official. It's on paperwork.
Yep.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Some people live 50, 60, 70 years not knowing who they really are.
Yeah.
That's what's up. What else did it say?
Well, it says that I guess 74% African and maybe 30-something you. And you're in 30% European, alongside with 1% Jewish and 3% Native American.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is something.
Yeah.
That is something.
And it turns out that I'm from the Netherlands too.
Oh.
I'm like, wow. Yeah. And I could claim Italian.
All right. See, what I already know about me and my family, my descendancy, without doing the 23andMe, is that our family descendancy, our bloodline is so much Dominican, like it is Puerto Rican, like it is Spaniard, like it is Italian, like it is African. So if I were to do it and it tells me more stuff than what I already know, I'm gonna be like, it was crazy enough claiming 4. Now I'm over here, I gotta claim 10. Pardon me.
Yeah.
My uncle took the DNA test, one of my uncles, and he came out 13% Arabic. And I looked at him and I said, that would explain your hair, bro. And he goes, nah, because what about the rest of us? I'm like, we don't all have to be the same thing. You know? That's what makes people different from another, that we're not all the same.
Yep. So this is how I'm gonna share it. Now
there you go.
Yep. 16% Spain, 12% Nigeria, 8% Ivory Coast and Ghana. Wow. 7% Yoruba land.
Yeah, the Yoruba people. That's what we are basically. Mali, Central West Africa, Senegal, Western Bantu people, Cameroon, Um,
Germanic Europe.
okay, so basically the part of Europe that's Germany. The Netherlands, 2% Netherlands, 2% Scotland, 1% Eastern Bantu people, which you already have Western, now you got Eastern as well. Northern Africa, 1% Indigenous Americas, Yucatan Peninsula. So that's Mexico.
Yeah.
Indigenous Haiti and Dominican Republic. In other words, Española, for those that are listening.
Yeah.
Indigenous Americas, Ecuador.
Yo, saludo para mi ecuatoriano.
Saludo. Yep. That's what's up, bro. That's See, now I don't want to see mine because it just showed like 15 different things for you. That means that for me, it's gonna show like 20 or 40, and I'm gonna be like, nah, too much. Like, nah, too much. It's bad enough I paid for it already.
Yeah, it was like I did one up in check the regions, and it did include Puerto Rico, but I guess it's just only included Puerto Rico because of all my Spanish names. But
yeah, I mean, when it says Yaruba, the Yaruba people are basically the Jatu Boricu tribe of Puerto Rico. All right, so the Taino Indian tribe of Puerto Rico are the Yarubians. You know what I'm saying? Just like how DR was the Caribe, the Arawa, Riquillo, Guacanari, and all those people, they were all Yarubians. You know what I'm saying? They were all descendants from Africa. So that's beautiful, man. That's nice. I'm happy you got that, bro, because not only is it a certification of oneself, but now you have certainty that no one can really say that you're not of one thing and or another because you have it on paperwork. Nah, nigga, it's in my blood. For real. You know, and I know a lot of people are very speculant as far as like, oh, what is 1%? What does 1% mean? 1% means exactly what it means. 1%. If you're missing 1% of your blood, you're missing 1%. Every part counts. Every little bit counts. So all these little 1% textiles coming from all around the world just shows how long families have been stretching across the globe and migrating from different parts of the world. It goes to show the struggle that most families went through to reach another land to live a better life. So that's crazy, man.
Yeah, sorry, I had to listen to another message because of my cousins. So
No worries. When I saw the mic on mute, I already knew to take over.
Yeah. So it's like, yo,
that's a beautiful thing, man. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you.
I'm happy because it's truth that's something that I've already known, but then you see a whole bunch of people trying to put false names onto me, and just because of the way that I speak or whatever, they want to try to assume that they know me. They don't. And this has just proved it. Me and my sister, we were just actually looking at that. We was like, yo, we could actually claim Benin and Togo too. I was like, Yoruba land all day.
Yeah, for real. You got Yoruba all day, bro.
Yeah, Benin and Togo all day. Dag. It just feels like, you're vindicated by the truth. So,
It's in the blood. It's
in
the blood. This is why shout out and big rest in peace to Junior Reed for the song One Blood. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter where you come from. We all one blood. We all descendants of each other one way or another.
Yeah.
is one of the main reasons I don't believe in racism. Because depending on your tendency, just because you're light skinned doesn't mean you're not black. Just because you're black doesn't mean you're not European.
Right.
So I don't believe in the whole segregation of, the sons of the angels to one side, the Anglo-Saxons, and the sun-kissed tribe on the other side. Nah, God didn't do it that way. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I remember in one time, the promise was only meant for God's people. But when the big sacrifice was made, the promise was made for all of the land. Because all of the land, at one point, came from one place. So we're all descendants of one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So here's a question a lot of people can't answer me. What race was Adam?
Well, I could answer that.
Hit me.
In the Bible, right? It says that he was a ruddy man. So that means that, I guess, you could translate it as a red-skinned man. Because it does say that in the Bible.
Okay, but what race was he?
Nobody knows.
I do.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
There was no such thing as racism back then. So the only race Adam could identify was as the human race. Yep. There were no races. So he was the father of mankind.
Yeah.
He was of what race? He was of the human race. He was a direct descendant of the Creator, created to become the Alpha and start the population on Earth. There were no countries, there were no islands, there were no nothing. There was only one big slab of land, and they were smack in the middle of Eden. So you can say that Adam was an Edenite, but Eden wasn't a tribe. Eden was a garden. It was a place of paradise. It was an annex of heaven on earth, so that creation could start flourishing. Now here's a Bible joke. What was Adam's and Eve's last name?
They had no last names.
Yeah, I know. That's where the joke comes in. You ready for the joke?
All right.
The Bible says that God told Adam and Eve, si comen del árbol de la ciencia del bien y el mal, perecerán. In other words, if they ate from that tree, they would become peres. Perecerán.
Mm-hmm.
So their name was Adam and Eva Perez.
What? Yeah.
It's a Bible joke.
Yeah.
Just innocent humor.
Right.
Oh, pardon me. Here's another Bible joke. With what car did David kill Goliath with?
There was no cars at that time.
I know. That's why it's a joke. With what car though?
I don't know. A Mustang?
What did David kill Goliath with?
A stone.
Yeah, he did it with a slingshot. A pastor's slingshot is called, right?
Yeah.
In Spanish, it's called a Honda. A Honda is a type of a car. So what type of car did David kill Goliath with? With a Honda.
Oh. Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got a few more of those somewhere, but my mind is tired.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, so I'm just minding my own business, and all of a sudden I see this notification. I'm like, martial arts edition. What you mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, what you mean? He didn't tell me nothing about that. I'm like, I'm about to tune in. I'm like, what's going on?
Nah, because I actually went up and I made another joint, but I put the martial arts edition for tomorrow. So I was actually about to do it today, but then, you know, me and the wife, we were just doing a little bit something, so I just scheduled it for tomorrow. And I told her today I'm just going to make an impromptu edition as soon as I found my results and everything like that.
What you got going on tomorrow? Because tomorrow or today is technically Tuesday.
Right. I think I'm just going to...
It's not tomorrow. It's 24 hours from now from tomorrow.
Right. I'm saying like me personally, I'm just going to actually, you know, I think I'm just going to chill the whole day, just take it easy and whatnot. What about you, bro?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I mean, I'm not gonna say I got a busy lifestyle, but I have a heavy lifestyle. You know, I have traffic here and there.
Got you.
Family and whatnot. So I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yo, shout out to Cuban Crisis on my Instagram. Yeah.
Shout out. I'm not if anything I've learned in life growing up is that I'm not prone to making plans, because every time I make plans they never go through.
Right.
So what I do is I improvise, and every time I improvise it works.
Yeah.
So I stopped making plans. I've noticed that I don't want to seem unhumble, but I've noticed that God has such plans for me that when I open my mouth and make my own human plans, somehow, some way, my plans get demolished and never comes out the way I planned it. Now, if I say it out of just manifestation, you know, tomorrow I'm gonna do this, it works out that way.
Right.
But if I plan something 2 weeks ahead, something stupid happens. I remember, let's say 10 years ago, I had planned to go to the Poconos with some friends and family, and we planned it a whole month in advance. How is it that the week before we had to go, I got arrested for no damn reason, and because I have a problem with traffic, I have traffic violations and whatnot, they left me in Tombs for 8 days. Wow. Just enough time for me to miss the trip.
Wow.
I came out the next day when everybody had left. I'm like, yo, what is this?
Yeah.
Wow, my back.
Oh, there's one question I have to ask you.
Ask away.
And maybe you know more than I do. All right, and it's about San Pedro.
Let's go.
All right. Now, as you know, you and I'm just a year younger than you and everything like that.
Cool.
So when was the first time you saw like maybe a tattoo culture in San Pedro de Macorís?
Wow. The only thing I remember of people getting tattoos and stuff like that in San Pedro, a lot of people had barbed wire vines.
Yeah.
And then other type of tribal tattoos, you know, trying to represent, Taino. But other than that, I don't remember San Pedro going through a renaissance of tattooing and, getting tattoos that were significantly, family or anything else is symbolic.
All right.
And I knew a few tattoo artists from San Pedro. Like one of San Pedro's most famous tattoo artists is from Bonao. His name is Gabriel, and he was a bro. He was a bro, and he went under the name King Pikachu. That brother was the one that did the tattoo of the crown that I have on my back.
Wow, and, I would have not guessed that you had tattoos at all, bro.
Exactly, because I don't show my tattoos at all. My tattoos are just on my skin, and they're just there as a memoir of something. I don't have tattoos to be showing people like, yo, look at this. You see, I got this, I got this, I did this, I did that. Nah, my name's not Maui from Moana. My body's not a mural. You want to know about me? Ask about me.
Yeah, me personally, I ain't gonna lie. When I was younger, I wanted to get tattoos.
Right.
But then, later on, it was like my mother, she was like, I ain't gonna say I was a good son because I wasn't. So
let's just say you weren't the best son, but let's not don't say that you weren't a good son, because it's not like you disrespected your mother.
Right.
You were a rebellious kid, but that's what all kids are. It's not like you were a bad child to your mother. You were just, you were being a kid. It's different from people that disrespect their mom blatantly. Those are people that I'd be like, yo, you a bad kid.
Yeah. I mean, we had a lot of arguments, so I could say whatever. But, I love my moms. So when she passed away, before she passed, she went up and she told me, she was like, yo, Mario, I'm using my real name. I don't care.
It is what it is. It's the blessing.
Yeah. She was like, whatever you do, don't get no tattoos and don't get none with my name on it. So I was like, you know what? As my as my thing for her and everything, that's why I don't get tattoos. And certain people ask me, certain people got it right away, certain people don't. So I told them, I was like, yo, how come you don't get tattoos? I was like, a beautiful woman told me, asked me not to get tattoos.
I mean, it's spiritually symbolic, bro. Like, let me say this for the viewers that don't know. When you get names and faces and tattoos of people that are no longer with us, you're technically bonding their image and or their name on earth. So you're not letting anyone sleep peacefully in paradise if you're doing this. You know what I'm saying? Fatal, what's going on, brother?
What up, Fatal?
So, this is why I don't believe in, I'm gonna put my mom's name on my arm and birth dates and this and that. I mean, I get it. I get the reason. I mean, I know the reason. I see people do it all the time. But people don't understand the spiritual symbolism behind things. You know what I'm saying? If the Bible says whatever you bond on earth will be bound in heaven. So if you bond someone's name to your body on earth, they're going to be bound in heaven as well. So now this person that was sleeping peacefully in paradise is bound to earth again because someone decided to put that person's name on them or that person's face on them. It's funny. Check this out. A lot of people say, ancestor that passed away, or I still feel them walking with me. If they're walking with you, that means they're not peacefully sleeping in heaven.
Yeah.
You need to be able to let go of your family so they can go on to the next place they need to carry to. If not, they're gonna be locked here because you're holding on to them emotionally.
Yep.
I know it's easier said than done because not everybody that's grieving is gonna just easily let that loved one leave. But you have to, because if you don't, then what's gonna guarantee that you're gonna be able to leave?
Right.
Energy never dies. It keeps on moving. Saying if you stop that energy from moving and now it can't move, it's gonna most likely die. Energy has to keep moving for it to stay alive.
Mm-hmm.
Example, when we're sleeping, when our body's technically not moving, the body's still moving. The lungs are expanding, the heart is pumping, the brain is sending waves to the rest of the body, healing the body while it's sleeping. So the body's still in movement. There's energy and movement inside the body. The body stops moving, the energy inside that body has left the body. Now, what are you going to do? You're going to let that energy keep going forward, or you're going to hold that energy back by being emotional, or, you know what, I'm going to put this person's name on me.
Yeah.
I don't have tattoos of people's names. I don't have tattoos of people's faces. My tattoos are very symbolic, deep meaning, profound breakdown, easy to look at and not be able to break down.
Right.
And I drew my own tattoo of what I wanted it to be. And I took my time. That took maybe 2 months perfecting it so that it could be what it is. And then I gave it to the bro, and I said, bro, I've waited. I was 23 years old when I got that tattoo. I'm not gonna say that's my first. But I'm gonna tell you I was 23 years old when I got that tattoo. I waited till I was 23. Why? Because San Pedro's 23, and 2 + 3 = 5. So I waited for that exact moment. Okay, I'm 23 years old. Let me get this tattoo now.
Mm-hmm.
Some people come to the nation and they want to get a tattoo the same year that they're in. You have to wait at least a year to prove yourself a faithful member before you can actually get a tattoo. I've been around since 90-something. I waited till I was 23 to get it.
Wow.
So I waited maybe 12 years. I waited almost 12 years to get a nation tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
So when people say that they couldn't wait, I'll look at them and be like, talking to the wrong one. I'm the example and epitome of patience. I waited 12 years to get mine.
Got you. And
you don't know half of what I know about the nation. So who are you again? Why do you have a whole bunch of crown tattoos?
Right.
Do you know what this means? Do you know what this means? Do you know the breakdown to this? Do you know the breakdown? Or you don't even know the breakdown? You just got it done? Oh, okay. There's going to be a problem here. I need to talk to you.
Yeah. Exactly.
It's like a bike. It's just like a bike club, bro. We're part of a bike club that has chapters in different areas. When you go to a different area, you got to report to that local chapter. They're gonna recognize you not just by the patches on your jacket. They're gonna recognize you by the way you talk. If you can't talk club lingo, you're not part of the club. It's that simple.
Basically,
it's really that simple. So a lot of people know codes, and codes is fine. You can find all the codes on the internet. Lingo, you're only gonna find if you have experience.
Or if you be around the people that have that stuff. I don't know. I ain't gonna go around and say too much, but I know certain stuff that I'll be like, that will sound off to me, and I'm not particularly of that thing.
Right.
But I do know certain stuff that, like, if somebody says something, like, yeah, he's off. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, this time I remembered to mute when I blew my nose.
Yeah.
Like I was saying earlier, I'm physically not tired, but my mind is a little tired. And that's a different type of fatigue, you know what I'm saying? You can think straight, but you can't think supposedly 100% clear. So here I am knowing that I have this mute button in front of me.
Yeah.
I'm hitting that mute button to blow my nose. I'm attending to my nose first, and then looking at the mute button, stupid, like, that's right, the mute button's right there. My bad. Apologize. Yeah, man. What are the plans for today? Today being now December 24th, not yesterday Monday. Yesterday Monday's already gone.
Yeah, me personally, just chillax, cause and the way that I see stuff is like, okay, I think I'm just gonna put some more soundproof pattern on my little mini studio. I might order a green screen or whatever, and I'm just gonna chill and everything like that, and see what comes up for the week.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. What's up? Yeah, man. What life holds for tomorrow.
Yo, no offense, and I hope you don't take it as an offense, but I saw a funny joke today on Instagram. There was like, when a Latino man hair is bald, his daughter has hairy arms. I was like, yo, I just spit out my own. I just spit out my own drink after I read that. I was like, yo, they violated.
It's funny though, because believe it or not, some people don't know this, but most Native women have light hair on their forearms.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And armpits, forget about it. And
yeah.
So for someone to make a joke of that caliber and say, oh yeah, for every Latin man that grows bald, their daughters end up with hairy arms. I mean, I know a lot of women with baby hair that still have baby hair on their arms, and it might look, to some it might look, oh, she looks manlyish because of that. But why are you thinking of her manlyish if she's a woman?
I know, right?
That's kind of a yo cringe.
Yeah.
Like, oh, she's manly. Oh, she's a woman. How is she manly? Oh, because she has like fuzz on her. Okay, do they look like the same hairs on your arm? No. So then what the hell are you talking about? But then they criticize women like this and then ending up marrying a Chewbacca. So what's the
difference? yo, I ain't gonna lie, right? There's been times that I made jokes about people and everything like that. But but me personally is this. That's why between my friends and stuff like that, I was like, yeah. Or we see something funny, like you know that there's an essence of a woman, right? But then sometimes you just have some women that that when you look at them, I was like, is that a woman? Because I ain't gonna lie, you have some women that got more beards than you and I. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. I was like, one day I saw a woman that she had that I knew her from the block, not really knew her, but I seen her around and everything like that. So she was cool and everything like that, but the thing is though, what it was is that one day she came up and the next thing you know, I saw like she had like some deep neck hair. You know what I mean? Like
Okay.
she had like a whole beard on her neck. I was like, I'm like, it's not my.
We call that Coco Bongo hair.
Yeah,
She had Coco Bongo hair on her neck, and that's in the front or in the back.
it was in the front.
All right, there's those that have it in the back that it literally connects their hair bridge of their head through the back of the neck to their back,
Right.
and it's like, what's going on here? What do you mean, what's going on here? That girl's the daughter of a man who had 7 boys. There's nothing but testosterone there,
Yeah.
but she's still a female. Like,
Right.
it's called disbalance variant.
Yep.
Shit like that.
Yeah. It was like, I was like, you know what? You just have to go around, and sit back, and respect it. That's all you can do.
That part. I mean, I've learned in time to just show respect to mankind in general, as a whole.
Yeah.
We're not here to judge anyone. We're here to help each other. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people that like to add insult to injury, seeing people down, and they want to keep kicking them. Like, if someone's already down, extend your hand.
Lift them up.
You know, because guess what? That phrase "Hoy por ti, mañana por mí," today for you, tomorrow for me. That phrase is so real, man. And I've been through a lot. Not everybody helped me, but I did receive a lot of help. And because of that, I extend that same help forward.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just looking at this logo over here where my face is supposed to be at. And I'm like, all that inspiration came from you one day hitting me up with a logo.
Yeah.
Say, yo, bro, I had an epiphany or something. I said, what's up? Yeah, what you think of that? I was like, that's awesome. From there, I just went nuts. I made like 8 different banners. And then from there, I got in contact with the bros in San Pedro, started making posters for them. Then I got in contact with my dad, started making posters for the church. Then I got in contact with bros that are in jail, started making them modified pictures for the, you know what I'm saying, so they can post up, feel good.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, this digital art thing became a blessing to me. I didn't take a course of digital art in my life ever.
Yeah.
Ever. It just goes to show that when you're good with detail and you're focused enough to see what you're doing and do it right, it's just gonna come out right.
Right.
So big shout out to San Pedro, like always. Shout out to my dad, Pastor Rudy, Pastor Pedro, Barrio México, Iglesia Centro Cristiano Alfa y Omega. Shout out to, shout out to all my bros and all my sisters via martial arts, via the military, via the nation, via church, you know what I'm saying, via descendancy of whatever bloodline that we are. Shout out to you all. Blessings to you all. Blessings to your friends and family. You know, blessings to everyone. And we have come across some times where, yeah, maybe we just came over a pandemic that's still out there. But at the same token, please understand this, and I don't want to alarm anyone, but the Bible says that times are only to get worse. We only feel relief because the Spirit of God consoles us and gives us the relief that we need to keep carrying forward. But the earth is not going anywhere up, it's going down. while most people in the flesh or in the world see technology and science advancing, thinking, oh, the world is going to be good because all of these advances. Let me tell you, this upcoming age of technology making life easier for us, it's going to make life harder for others because there has to be a balance.
Exactly.
These people playing around with the climate control, thinking that they're weather gods, they're ripping holes in the ozone layer so bad that the radiation coming straight from the sky to Earth is going to start harming people. And we're going to be blaming God like if it's God's fault. No, it's man's fault.
Yo, not to get off of topic, but you heard what happened up in the city, right?
The woman on fire?
Woman. Yeah. May she rest in peace.
What I don't understand is how she's on fire and she's just standing there and not moving or screaming for help or nothing. She's just standing there chilling.
I don't, I'm just going to say this. I don't know what it is because, rest in peace to her. But then again, when that happens and then, a person, I guess, goes into shock or whatever, we may never know what she was thinking or what her body was thinking. So
I'm gonna tell you what I think in the spirit, what happened. Because it's easy for us to speculate since we weren't there. But spiritually, me asking God, praying this afternoon, what happened there? What was revealed to me is that was semi-cultish. That had to do with something of an occult, and a sacrifice was being made. Supposedly,
I was thinking. You know what? It's funny that you said that because I was thinking the same thing.
Supposedly, the people on the train that were there said that she was sleeping and someone came and lit her on fire. What type of clothes do you need to have for a match to just light you on fire? For a lighter to just light you on fire? Were you already doused in alcohol and or gasoline or something? Like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Mind you, I'm military. I know what a Molotov cocktail looks like. They're very easy to make. But that's not what it was either. So how is it that this woman was on fire and where she was at, that whole part of the train was lit?
Yeah.
That was on the F line, by the way.
I know. It was like, I have a friend. I'm not gonna put that person's name out there, but when they went up and they told me about that, they showed me the news article, and then you see that, I was like, OMG. I was like, wow.
It's sad, bro. Really sad. But it's like this. How sad can one be? Once again, like I was praying this afternoon and it was revealed to me that was cultish. That had something to do with some type of a cult. I'm not going to say that this person maybe 100% willingly sacrificed themselves to be burned. But in the video showing this lady burning, she's literally standing there just burning. Even cops are recording. No one's doing nothing. You're gonna tell me, a military man, that there wasn't one fire extinguisher in that whole subway station? One. There wasn't one?
I mean,
if you trains don't carry emergency fire extinguishers on them? One? What type of OSHA violation is that?
Trust me. And then on top of it, they want everybody to pay more.
All right.
Just so everybody, because they actually had a YouTube video on how every year or every maybe 5 or 10 years, the fare goes up for MTA and everything like that, just so the MTA could actually pay a debt.
Every 2 years. Every 2 years, there's inflation.
Every 2 years, right? So therefore, the MTA could pay $1 trillion debt to a company that they did a bad deal with in the 1970s.
$1 trillion deficit, huh?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All I know is that the people of New York are going to have to come together. And we're going to have to stand up against the MTA one more time with a boycott and let them know, listen, you got people burning people inside the train. Why should I pay more to ride something that's unsafe?
Yeah.
Which makes no damn sense.
It doesn't.
Bro, even the cops that were there were just looking. They weren't trying to get her out the train. They didn't try to extinguish her in any way. Throw water on her, nothing. They didn't get. It's like they didn't give a fuck. Pardon me. It's like they didn't give a damn.
Right.
So what? We all know that 2 + 2 = something. So how am I calculating this scenario as some type of torture or some type of torment of what was going on if I'm seeing people there just chilling, recording like if it's just a stunt?
Yeah.
Nobody even tried to spit her way to try to turn that fire out. So what the hell is really going on here?
You know what? This is what I believe. And you have certain people who are actually just being blatant with the evil. In the Bible, it actually says that people are actually doing that. And it's to the point that even that everybody that has seen this is like, OMG. But yet, these are the same people who are actually praising Luigi for the deletion of the CEO. And then this becomes news. What's next?
We live in a very diverse, chaotic world where people want to applaud what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? And at the same token, act like everything is perfectly fine. You know, it's really sad. I've seen the whole politics behind people protesting all free Luigi and people outside dressed like Luigi from Mario and Luigi. And I'm like, what is going on over here? No, it's not per se that the hidden agenda that was going on with the health system wasn't hurting people. But let me tell you something. We cannot, I repeat, we cannot sit down and clap the sins of the next man.
Right.
I cannot sit down and do that. I am not going to sit down and celebrate the fact that this man did a deed that could have been done a different way.
Right.
And I get it. Corporate power is crazy. But at the end of the day, what did Luigi do? All he did was take out a pawn. You know what I'm saying?
Or a cog of the machine, how they say.
A cog of the machine. Because even if he did take out the king, even the Bible says, "Rey muerto, rey puesto." So if he took that king out, another king will take his place.
Yeah.
That's why there's a president and a vice president. So if something happens to the president, the vice president can take over the vice.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I'm saying? And even so, not saying that this needs to continue, not saying that more people should die for this. No. What I'm trying to say is open your mind and then open your eyes and realize that there's other things you can do to fix the situation that's going on or the situation at hand, as opposed to turning around and coming from out the woodwork and just sneaking up on somebody and taking matters into your own hands.
Yeah.
There's been so many movies about healthcare and people getting ripped off and all types of stuff that this guy decided to take it into his own skin and say, I'm gonna make a movie today. I'm going down to New York to make a movie.
I mean, it was like this. Shout out to my colleague right away. My colleague, my friend, and everything like that. I'm not going to mention his name.
Yeah.
But my homie from Jamaica. Me and him were actually speaking on how the picture that they had of the person of the person and Luigi, right?
Right.
They say it was not the same person. And even, I guess in this channel, you know, shout out to JD Delay for saying this. He even said that it does not look like the same person. But my thing is that I don't know because they might have caught this person whatsoever, right?
Right.
But what, like, I guess it's the court of public opinion or something like that. But what concrete evidence that you have that it was that person? Or this is just a psyop?
Like how they've done a lot of other things.
Thank you.
So yeah, who is to say? You know what I'm saying? We got an eye out on you guys. You guys are doing a lot of stuff you're not supposed to be doing. Who is to say that this wasn't just an inside job?
Right.
And let's just blame it on the American public. That guy Luigi, while everybody's saying free Luigi, Luigi and Luigi's family already got paid so that he can be in jail. The person that really did this, or the person behind this, isn't on the scene nowhere. Saying so.
I mean, if you actually look at it, right? It was just too perfect.
I'm not gonna tell these detectives how to do their damn job, bro. But I'm a militant, and my eyes work differently. If these people were militant the way I am militant, what they would do and what they should do is sit down with every damn corporate CEO that has to do with health and the team of people that were with that guy, because they need to be put under scrutiny. Someone has something to do with that. That's in hierarchy, not this little young man that's from West Bumblefuck and is a nobody.
Yeah.
Same way they wanted to turn America against Bin Laden, and half of America didn't know that Bin Laden was a CIA agent.
Exactly. I mean,
come on, man.
I mean, if you actually look at the Bin Laden situation, right? It was like I've heard so much things about that man. It's like you have certain people who are, you know, conspiracy theories, right?
Of course.
But then you got certain people that just overdo it. It's like, for example, I can understand if you don't like a person. Yeah. But the way that that they was like, well, Osama bin Laden is really an American or something like that. It was like, how did you come up with that? With that, you know, with that ethos or whatever.
Right.
And pretty much, how is it that you had a whole bunch of people who are actually, they've went up and they flew out on that day, Osama bin Laden's whole family, when it was September 11th. Like you didn't know that what was going on?
That's just funny.
Yeah, bro.
It's really funny. You know, but everything comes out in fruition the way it's calculated. And I have come to believe that everything is math. There is a mathematical number to an equation of how things play out. So
Yeah.
these people have the money to wait for years. In other words, they can wait generations to pass by because they have generational money. You know what I'm saying? And they come to fruition with things that are crazy. Why did the Twin Towers, the World Trade Center, the center of trade of the world, why did that need to be knocked down? Why throw the economy into a fritz? Why? To make things worse. To make people need to find a way to depend more on the government than on themselves.
Pretty
There's
much.
so much going on, man.
Yeah.
I'm live, so if my door gets knocked on right now, you already know who it was.
Yep.
And I'll tell the truth for how it is, and I'm willing to die for it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could, these special agent nobodies like to be in people's business, you know what I'm saying, or how they live their personal life, just because they feel like, oh, this person's a threat to us because they know too much, or they know this, or they know that. All right, how about if that person's not a threat because that person's living their life? Right? You're acting like they want to act like people are plotting against something. And the people that are plotting, that they hear in the background, I don't see them doing nothing about it. How did they not stop this burning woman thing from happening if they know so much? How they didn't stop the whole Luigi business if they know so much? It's downtown. There's cameras everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
Bogus, bro. Ridiculous.
Yep.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
These people want to act so innocent on camera, and behind the scenes, they're the ones that are plotting all this nonsense. It's a shame, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. Let's see, what else?
We'll get some water. I'll be right back.
All right.
I never thought I'd see the day, but here I am preaching against soda.
Yeah.
Soda makes your bones brittle.
Mm-hmm.
Te carcome los huesos. That's not a good thing. It's not a good sign at all.
Yeah.
So this is coming from someone who is highly addicted to soda, especially a certain brand which I will not name for some reasons.
Got you.
Even if they were to try to come with a lawsuit, the counter lawsuit's going to be so crazy. I will class action them so hard with all the people that they've brittled.
Right.
Although, of course, their main defense is going to be that nobody forced anyone to do anything. You know, because that's what commercials are for.
Right.
Well, we didn't force anyone. You know, we have advertisements and people see it and they buy it. So you knowing that people were going to buy it because of these advertisements, are you sure? Can you declare in all public health and safety that you knew this was going to happen to the people or not? That's the main focus right there.
Yeah.
Yep. It's wild, man. It's wild.
Yeah, it is.
You expect these companies that are feeding us, these companies that are providing us food, you would feel that they would be looking out for the American public as far as their health and safety is concerned. But it comes to find out, the Food and Drug Administration is only there to make sure that the food is edible, not to make sure that the food is healthy. That's the difference.
Exactly.
Different ballgame, bro. It's very scary. This is why they say in America that the life expectancy of a man is 77 years, and of a woman probably 80. Yeah. But in DR, bro, all my great grandparents that passed at 100 and change. So what's going on here? It's food, man.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually look at it, right? They say in Costa Rica or one of those nations, I believe, that you have certain people that have a higher life expectancy than others. There used to be one thing in the United States that everybody had like a higher life expectancy at one point in time.
Yep, because they were going through the struggle and eating good food. Now, modern times have cut life down.
Yep.
So, rest in peace to my great-grandpa, man. My great-grandpa was born in 1895. And he passed away in 2002. He wasn't 200 years old, no. He was 117. Woo. This man used to picar caña con Trujillo. Like, this man was working on the sugarcane fields with Trujillo, the great dictator.
Yeah.
And when the great dictator came into power, my great-grandpa, Juan Cruz, became one of his head of security. He became one of his bodyguards, one of Trujillo's 26 bodyguards.
Wow.
That was the first servicio secreto para el presidente. That was the first guard. That's known as the first guard. And Trujillo came up with that first. There was always been Secret Service for presidents, but the first Secret Service that consisted of 26 bodyguards, that was Trujillo that came up with that. And that was called the first guard. La Guardia del Presidente.
Mm-hmm.
My great grandpa was that, aka
Yeah.
Agente Especial Juanico Cruz.
Wow.
And this man did not know how to read or write. All he knew was counting numbers. He knew how to count his money. If he needed to sign his name, he wouldn't sign with an X, he would sign with a cross. Mi nombre es Juanico Cruz, para que la cruz venga a mi casa, que vaya a la ajena.
Yeah.
And I'm going to translate that in English.
Yeah.
He would say, my name is John Cross. For the cross to come to my house, it's better if it goes to yours. That's dangerous. That's a dangerous saying.
Right.
From a dangerous man. This man, I remember taking care of him through the ages of 112 to 117. I took care of him for 5 years. With the rest of my family, obviously. I was a kid.
Yeah.
But we took care of him for 5 years. This man could still jump. Jump? At 100?
Yeah.
Jump. He could jump. He could run.
Yeah.
Amazing, bro. Amazing.
Yeah.
He lived, when we went to go pick him up, he was living in San Jose de los Llanos, which is the first place where liberty was shouted at in the Dominican Republic, thanks to the general known as Pedro Santana. You know what I'm saying? And his brother, Ramon Santana.
Right.
Right. So when we talk about fathers of the patriarch, padres de la patria, I don't talk about no Duarte Sánchez Mella. I talk about Pedro Santana, el general.
Yeah.
That man came with an army of 3,000 men and took out 10,000 enemies. I don't want to hear nothing. Talk about the odds being stacked against you.
Are you doing that?
I think that's the spirit that every Pedro carries inside. That's why I think that's the way I am. That's why I think that's the way San Pedro is. You know what I'm saying? If you're from San Pedro, there's no such thing as fear, bro. We don't know what fear is. And this is why I still find it rare to this day that enemies can still see each other and say good morning and share coffee with each other. Because it's just, there's no fear.
Yeah. I mean, me personally, a lot of people, they just saying, oh, this, that, and the third. I'm like, okay,
Yeah. Just no fear in San Pedro, bro. San Pedro is really, how they say America's home of the brave. San Pedro.
It's right there, just
real. Got someone popping up to the studio? wild in the street. Oh, get wild on the beat. Get wild in the street. And I get wild when I eat. Oh, don't let me get too close, though. You know I'm crazy, put you in your nose, though. It's really simple for me. I got all the techniques. I've been practicing since I was 3. Yeah. Start freestyling over there. Got this off it. Outside is the whole unit. Hey, you know what I see? Let's go. Chillin' with the bro. Let's go. Yeah, you know how we do. Every time I'm chilling here, I'm chilling with my crew. Let's go. Studio swap.
Oh, look, I got kicked off of my laptop, so I'm on my cell phone right now.
Sounds much clearer.
Yeah.
Wow, you got kicked off the laptop, huh?
Yeah, I was like, yo, what happened?
You got kicked off your old IP address?
I don't know. It's like I don't know. It was just start freezing up and everything like that. So I'm trying to see what was up.
All right. This is per se. Stuff online like what we do. Get yourself a VPN. Get yourself a VPN, a virtual private network. Why? Because you need to protect your IP address from haters that might want to.
Yeah.
And to protect yourself from people that are trying to log into your home address, period.
Right.
So get yourself a VPN so that people can't just pick you up and show like that. That's the epic.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I have a VPN. I'm not going to say the name because they're not paying me too much. There are a lot of good ones. There are a lot of bad ones.
Yeah.
So go with a good one because you need protection. Safety is a must for everything.
Yep.
So while you were transferring from studio to studio,
right.
And I'm like, oh gosh, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So now in UK, you see how here in America we have rap battles, and normally it's without a beat.
Right.
They started doing rap battles with drill beats.
Yeah.
And I saw this one video today that had me crying. It was a dude that had a list versus and I think on her last part, she told the dude, your list is cute. Now say 7 sizzling sausage on now say 7 sizzling sausages sizzling on a silver pan, something like that.
Right.
Yo, everybody started dying like, yo, who is this girl with these bars?
It be like that sometimes, bro.
It was so fast and unique. Like, I think your lisp is cute. Now say 7 sizzling sausages sizzling on a silver pan. I'm like, yo, what? The dude just looked at her like, you know, I can't say that. Yo, that was wild. Now say 7 sizzling sausages sizzling on a silver pan. I'm like, hey, yo. On a silver saucepan. It was a whole bunch of us. It was a whole bunch of S's. Seven sizzling sausages, sizzling on a smoked sauce pan. Yo, the whole crowd went down like, oh,
Exactly.
why would you do that?
I know.
She violated. For sure, she violated.
No, I saw a British battle.
But that's the violation that I'm actually going to applaud.
Yeah.
It was very educational and it wasn't something down. It was something
Well, I saw a battle, right?
yeah.
That this guy went up and just lyrically massacred the chick, and I was like, dang. He just lyrically slaughtered her. I was like, wow, what rap music is this? So everybody, you know, from what I'm seeing is like they're doing a lot of distraction when it comes to like celebrity gossip or whatever the case may be. And you know what everybody's been talking about? They're talking about Remy Ma and Papoose.
Shit. Talking about that, they're talking about Diddy. That's what they're talking about.
Yeah, I mean, this be funny because, you know, this rapper Uncle Murder, when he does the wrap up and everything,
Yeah.
it's gonna be funny material this year.
It's
I
crazy.
was like, Dad.
This
Yeah.
this back and forth Remy Papoose thing is crazy right now.
I mean, it is, but I just believe it's gonna take their own course because we don't know. We're just from the outside looking in.
I mean, it's really nobody's business, but it's just like everybody wants to look at it. Oh, it's celebrity, so celebrity gossip. No, it's people. You're gossiping about people. These are people that have their own lives that wish to live their own lives in peace, but no, they can't do that because everybody wants to be all up in their business. We'll be all up in the Kool-Aid. It's messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. But guess what? That same situation happened to other people that we know, and we didn't celebrate it so hard. So why are we celebrating it? Because it's them. But I guess that's why they call it entertainment, right? To entertain the mind. It's bogus, man. There's so much. There's so many things.
How's that entertaining the mind when the fact is you're actually poisoning the mind? Think about it. And this one thing I gotta say. You're making you know, putting out your business out there, cool. Like, don't you know that you got like children that's gonna look up to you and stuff like that?
Shit.
Now you can't go around and handle it discreetly.
Everything's public view. Because believe it or not, like I said, the thing about entertainment is that it doesn't have to entertain you, and it'll find someone to entertain. It doesn't have to be nice, you know what I'm saying? But it's gonna be something. A lot of this news provokes movement amongst the haters, and hate is just something that's so deeply embedded and profound in so many people that it's gonna find its way out.
Yeah.
So that's why they use it as entertainment, because they know that the haters are gonna jump on it, and it's gonna all of a sudden become the next best thing. Oh, let's talk about this. Let's talk about that. I hate when I go to the hood and I see brothers fighting amongst themselves about sports and stuff like that when they're not even paid. They're not getting paid to do any of that. They want to.
Yo.
It's wild.
You just took the words right out my mouth.
For real. They want to act like they're getting paid for that. Like if there's some type of political sports analyst that gets paid thousands of dollars to politic bullcrap with other people and then end up fighting and hurting themselves for what? To drink coffee?
Yo, that's one thing I don't understand. This is one thing I don't understand, right? Okay, people have their sports rivalries and everything.
Of course.
Why is it that you feel that just because your team is so much the best, you have the right to go around and assault somebody else?
That's wild.
Yeah, like you saw a Pittsburgh fan beating up a New York fan just because he was just walking and they bumped into each other. I'm like, really?
Nah, that's just systematic abuse. You know what I'm saying? I call that the Duracell effect. People say that there's more people with them than against them. All of a sudden, they got batteries, and now they're super strong and super brave, and they want to hurt people. I call that the Duracell effect. People need to stop walking around with batteries, man. Just understand that people are people. Stop getting offended.
Yeah.
Live your life.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a New York fan. Let's beat him up. Why are you in your feelings so bad that you got to beat up a New York fan?
That's what I'm saying. Or this is my favorite. They got to go around and beat up people just because. I'm like, really? What's that gonna solve?
Really? That's wild.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
It sure is, man. Sure is.
Yeah, man.
I'm just happy to be a part of something greater, man. That, as much as the world wants to go crazy and, do and not do, and I'm really out here looking out for the best interests of the people and trying to make sure that, we come as one. You know what I'm saying? Liberty is important for everyone. Safety is important for everyone. So when people feel like they have more of a demand or more of a need than the next person, that's not really it. Okay? Like I said earlier, we're not here to be judging each other. We're really here to uplift each other. I'm saying our life is limited to only one. So if we can't help the next person, why should we be expecting help if we need it? Crazy. We're looking at the news. That's another thing, man. That's another thing you can't even enjoy. You can't even enjoy looking at the news. They just lie so much about everything, and they exaggerate stuff that they don't need to exaggerate. They be giving stories to things that don't need a story or a headline. I'll be tired of it. I was tight this one time that they did this whole story about a squirrel on live television, man, live news. They did a whole 10-minute segment about a stupid squirrel in the park. And mind you, I'm an animal lover. So for me to say stupid squirrels because something deeper happened somewhere else and that wasn't published. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't spoken about at all. It pesters me. It bothers me deeply. You know, they gave a 10-minute segment about this stupid squirrel at a park, but they couldn't show this young 8-year-old, this young 12-year-old black boy that pedaled his bike almost a mile to rescue a girl that had got kidnapped. They couldn't give that boy his 2 minutes of fame, but they gave a squirrel 10 minutes of fame on live news. Squirrel?
I remember that happening.
Yeah, I'm like, a squirrel? Really? That's what we're doing right now? And guess what? I took that as a symbolism. If the news is giving out news about squirrels, then that means that they're all going nuts.
Pretty much.
I took that as a symbolism. They're taking squirrels so chaotically, they're going nuts. 10 minutes about damn squirrels. Are you done? You're talking about to the in general public, and you're not gonna talk about what really went down in the hood? Oh no, because that's traumatic. We can't really talk about that, right? But y'all can talk about fires. That's traumatic.
I know, right?
I could talk about war in other places, but not talk about the war that we're creating.
Exactly.
Propaganda news.
Pretty much.
It's not the world's agenda, it's our agenda. They just do whatever they want, however they please. These people are dead ass the originators of the embodiment of let it go. They're the embodiment of Elsa in that song Let It Go. They don't care about nothing. They are so desensitized to the world, they don't care about human life or anything. They just let it go. It's wild. Yeah, bro, but I'm actually tired. My mind is tired, bro. Like I'm mentally exhausted. I've done a lot today. Got my fighting sticks falling over here, fighting with the ground. So that was 2 sticks that fell. Great. I gotta do 20 push-ups now. Yep. All right, so I'm definitely gonna bow out. Looking forward to Wednesday. I'm gonna stay in contact with Master Twin Santana from San Pedro. Stay in contact with him, see if he'll be available again for this Wednesday. And on your end, last time you spoke to Valdez, did he agree to coming to the show, pulling up a day? Text messages. All right. Tired, literally. All right, bro. I'm gonna bow out. Shout out to everyone. Blessings. See y'all again on Wednesday. And like always, stay safe, stay woke, stay vigilant. Us.
Yep. Push. All right. So up, Shami one. Go okay. Na tu sabe aqui activo.
All right.
Yeah. Nah, aqui tranquilo, já tu sabe. Now my show is about different things. Tonight I'm just talking about the open topics and everything like that because let's be honest, this is the holidays and a lot of stuff is happening. But usually I have two topics. One is about the martial arts. Yeah, tonight is just random. But usually I have only like two subtopics. One is about the martial arts. That's why I say the martial arts edition. And that's what my co-host Senpai P. And then I have something about the Dominican urban movement where I'm trying to actually get the stories. So therefore the younger generation will repeat the same mistakes that rappers and all the other people have had made, if you get what I'm trying to say. Well, any type, because Senpai Pete, my friend, he's actually a master in Sado. He's actually a second degree master in Sado karate and a second degree master in the marine martial arts. I mean, second degree black belts in both of those martial arts. So we've had like two interviews with a Dominican master from the town of San Pedro, and we were talking about how it was when he actually started martial arts in the Dominican Republic, the exhibitions and everything like that. It's actually Sado, yes. It's one of the systems which is under Mas Oyama. The first one was Kyokushin, and then one of his students branched off and made the Sado school of karate. I mean, it's actually hand to hand, but you know that there's still like a lot of systems that they actually use swords too. I'm not sure which one it is though. Oh, I just subscribed to your channel, so hopefully you'll be a recorded guest out here. You know what I mean? So thanks for the support. So show me one. I mean, sometimes we do it Wednesday, but like maybe on special occasions, we do it on Fridays or Saturdays, depending because if we have like a special guest. Because one of our special guests has been Maestro Gilbert Santana from San Pedro. So we might try to do it Wednesday, but then I might have to do something, or Senpai Peter will have to do something. So we actually had an interview. I think it was Saturday that we actually did an interview. So sometimes it varies, but I try to make it like every Wednesday that we talk about the martial arts. And then sometimes on Friday we actually talk about the Dominican urban movement. I mean, pretty much. You're right about that. I hear you, bro. Got you. Peace, peace be with you, bro.
Yeah, so I'm back. Shout out to you, Herbie. Yeah. So, how's everything up in your state, Herbie? That's good. I'm actually trying to see if I could do this for like maybe 4 hours straight or something like that, because I see other content creators do it. So I'm actually trying to do the same. Yo de la noche. Salute. All right. I don't care about Fat Joe, and I'm going to tell you why. He blocked me on Twitter, so I'm just going to say whatever the heck I feel like. Bronx people don't hold their tongue. Now, it might be a rumor. It might not be. I might have to speak to my OG Cuban link about this. But I knew people that knew Fat Joe, right? So apparently, while Fat Joe was trying to say that he was raised in the hood and, you know, he could say the N-word or whatsoever the case may be because of his upbringing, yeah. But now that he's actually calling out the FBA and whatsoever, and a lot of people are actually upset because they actually now identify with what the FBA and what they're saying. They're calling out Fat Joe as racist. So a little breakdown is that when he was actually having his store in the Bronx, this is allegedly, I don't know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying which is alleged. That Fat Joe, whenever he had his store, which was called FJ 560 or something like that, right? And he had like this little run that he was actually running in his store or whatsoever with his gear, his jacket or whatsoever. Now, when he actually opened the store, and it was like mostly people who were, were Latino and stuff, they was like, don't let the Morenos in. Now, this is what I heard. But what a lot of people don't understand, which is a contradiction if he is racist, is that Armageddon is actually black. He's not Latino, and he's not even and what a lot of people think that I guess he, because of his skin color or whatever, or his phenotype, he might look like a Latino, but in all reality, he's a black guy. So he was actually one of the only black guy in the group Terror Squad. So with that, it's like they're calling Fat Joe racist. There's rumors that support that, but that's alleged because I wasn't there. But and the other token is that a lot of people, they feel that, okay, these people are taken away from us, whatsoever the case may be. Okay, so if you're going to go and tell people, oh yeah, they're not FBA or anything like that, you have a whole bunch of people that actually contributed to what FBA is, who was actually from the Caribbean. Let's say names. 23 Ronin, salute. Yes, that was Armageddon. The only black guy in Terror Squad. Who could have been next was Tony Sunshine. But Fat Joe blackballed his career. What a lot of people don't talk about is that there's a lot of people that Fat Joe blackballed in the Bronx. Black or Latinos. The Bronx could have been the center of rap if it wasn't for Fat Joe. And then every time you see French Montana, Cardi B, they always have to have Fat Joe right there, like he went up and brought them out. You're not really the Bronx. You're not really the best representation of the Bronx, to be honest. Lyrically, well, I actually think is the best representation of the Bronx. Well, I know several people. One of them is Chris Rivers. I actually know him personally, but that's that's my thing, that he is the king of the Bronx, Chris Rivers, and I stand by that. Yeah, but you see, a lot of people, they don't know that this guy has a whole bunch of influence within the quote unquote rap culture when it comes to the Bronx. There's a lot of people who actually hide from being from the Bronx until they actually blow up. They say like, yeah, I'm from the BX. Yeah. Even though that there's a lot of people that come from the Bronx, but a lot of people don't know it. For example, Clips, even though they rep Virginia and they rap about Virginia and everything like that, what a lot of people don't know is that they're actually from the Bronx. Nah, Armageddon, he's black too. Who else? Digging in the crates. Shoot. Digging in the crates too, crew. Some of them are from the Bronx. I know that for a fact. One of them actually lived up in Parkchester. Is that he don't like them using the N word and he got arrogant about it. Yeah. Got you, 22 Ronin. Let me do something. Yeah, I guess so. Yo, that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Got you. Yeah, but Cypress Hill, well, the only person who's actually Cuban is Be Real. And that's the only thing that Fat Joe and Be Real got in common. They both got Cuban ancestry, but that's it. This, if you actually look at it, Ronan, all this is just political based and to see how much one organization could actually get a whole bunch of money and influence. It's actually not about the people, to be honest. I mean, if you actually look at it, right? Hip hop only started becoming cool. Well, from what people who were there that actually told me, it actually started being cool in 1986. But then, for what we know as hip hop and everything like that, was actually underground. And that's when they said that it actually became corporate. And now, you have a whole bunch of people who are actually playing songs, which is either from Biggie or whosoever. But it doesn't match the stuff that they're trying to promote. And that's why I'm actually against certain people who is like, oh yeah, you did all this hard work just for it to be in a commercial to talk about something that doesn't have to do with the song you're actually doing. Yeah, Sun Dog is Cuban, yeah. The Sun Dog, Be Real is half Cuban and half Mexican. Muggs, I forgot what he was. But then Sun Dog is actually what's that dude? Is Mellow Man's Ace little brother. The one that actually sung Mentirosa. Just Malachi. ¿Cómo está? Nah, I've heard that. Let me check. Yeah, it did it. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, they're just actually trying to divide it because of corporate interest or whatsoever. And a lot of people who are actually trying to divide it are not even true hip hop heads. They just want to try to make money and try to keep it for themselves. Yo, shout out to Cuban Crisis on Instagram. I see that you actually showing support, so shout out to your page. Yeah, I'm about to wrap it up. So Travis Hunter, I don't know too much to even think about him, to tell you the truth. I hear, oh, they exposed him, they exposed his female. Like, I don't care. I mean, at the end of the day, y'all making stupid people famous. If a chick wanted to go around and be a trick, let her be. What is so important about how the man is actually being with his female? Everybody got a past. Some that's not actually proud about. But guess what? Who cares? Pretty much. Yeah, but then nobody really cares about etiquette classes anymore. Let's be honest. It's like having etiquette classes is a joke nowadays. Because it's like the more trashier you are, the more famous you become. I'm like, come on. Yeah, good night, bro. I'm about to clock out my damn self.